Question number 7. PH Limited has two manufacturing departments organized into separate profit centers. The first one is the basic unit and the second one is the processing unit. Basic unit has a production capacity of 4,000 tons per month of chem wax. But at present, its sales is limited to 2,000 tons to the outside market and 1,200 tons to the processing unit. So, first of all, production capacity is 4,000 tons. Basic unit production capacity 4,000 tons. And at present, the sales are limited to, at present, sales is limited to 2,000 tons to outside market and 1,200 tons to processing unit. The transfer price for the year 2014 was agreed at rupees 400 per ton. Transfer price. This price has been fixed in line with the external wholesale trade price on 1st Jan 2014. However, due to heavy competition, the basic unit has been forced to reduce the wholesale trade price to 360. So, wholesale price, that is outside price, has been reduced to 360 with effect from 1st June. This price, however, was not made applicable to the sale made to the processing unit. So, interdepartmental transfer, the price is going to remain 400. Outside it is 360. The processing unit applied for revision of the price as applicable to the outside market buyers as from 1st June, but the same was turned down by the basic unit. That means the processing unit said that since you are selling at 360 to the outsiders, why don't you sell at 360 to us also? But the offer was turned down, it was refused. The processing unit refines the chem wax and packs the output known as color X in drums of 500 kgs each. So each drum is of, 50 kgs each. Each drum is of 50 kgs. The selling price of color X is 40 rupees per drum. Final product, 40 rupees. Processing unit has a potential of selling a further quantity of 16,000 drums. Further quantity of 16,000 drums of color X, provided the overall price is reduced to 32 rupees per drum. So if it is reduced from 40 to 32, it can sell further quantity of 16,000 drums. In that event, it can buy additional 800 tons of chem wax from the basic unit, whose capacity can be fully utilized. Because capacity of the basic unit is actually 4,000. So if you see here, 2,000 tons it is being sold to the outside market, and 1,200 tons it is being sold to the processing unit. So 3,200. So 800 still is there. So what they are saying is that if the price per drum is reduced from 40 to 32, it can sell a further quantity of 16,000 tons, for which it will purchase additional 800 tons, and the basic unit full capacity will be utilized. Outside market, however, will not absorb more than the present quantity of 2,000 tons. So the basic unit cannot sell more than 2,000 tons to the outside market. 1,200 it is now selling to processing unit. Processing unit can purchase another 800 units and fulfill the capacity of basic unit. Okay, so this is the data given to you. Cost relevant data is given to you: raw materials per ton, variable cost per ton, fixed cost per ton. Required: prepare a statement showing the estimated profitability for June 2014 for each unit, that is basic unit and processing unit, separately, and the company as a whole on the following basis. First, at 80% and 100% capacity utilization of the basic unit. 80% of 4,000 is 3,200. That means, as of now, whatever is running, it is at 80%. 100% means if additional 800 units are purchased by the processing unit. Okay, and that is to be transferred, and transfer pricing to the processing unit is 400 rupees per ton. Second, we will work out at 80% of the capacity utilization, assuming that market price is 360 and the transfer price is 400. Outsiders we are selling at 360, and to the processing unit we are transferring at 400. Third case, at 100% capacity utilization at the market price and transfer price to the processing unit of 360 per ton. Second part of the question, comment on the effect of company's transfer pricing policy on the profitability of processing unit. Okay, so let us start with, first of all, we'll write down the details that is given to us. Basic unit, %100 capacity is 4,000 units, 4,000 tons. Sales to outsiders, (2,000 tons), and this cannot increase. Sales to processing unit is 1,200 tons. So this is comprising of 80%, and surplus therefore is equal to 800 tons. Case 1, case A you can see. Case A is to work out at 80% and 100% capacity. Okay, at market price and transfer price to the processing unit of 400 rupees per ton. So what we'll do is, case A, market price and transfer price is 400. First we'll work out at 80% capacity. Sorry, at 100% capacity. I'll divide my page into two parts. Basic unit, processing unit. Sales to outsiders and processing unit. 4,000 tons total, sold at the same price, 400, to outsiders also and for transfer also. So this will be 16 lakhs. Sales to outsiders and processing unit both at market price, 400 rupees, minus material cost, For 4,000 tons, ₹70 per ton. That is 2,80,000. Variable cost, ₹4,000 tons at 140 per ton. That is 5,60,000. Fixed cost 3 lakhs. Seven and 3, 10, 11 lakh 40. 11 lakh 40 means here I will have 16 minus 11, 5, 4 lakh 60,000. So at 100% capacity, basic unit will make a profit of 4,60,000. Achha, for the processing unit now, sales is of 2,000 tons. Now 2,000 tons, that sales is taking place in the number of drums. So let us work it out. Each drum is of 50 kgs. Okay, each drum is of 50 kgs. 1 ton is of 1,000 kgs. 1 ton is 1,000 kgs. So 2,000 tons means 2,000 into 1,000 kgs divided by 50. So how many drums are being sold? See, it is like this: 2,000 tons. Want to convert them into kgs, so multiply by 1,000 divided by 50 kgs per drum. How much? How many drums? 40,000 drums. Correct, na? So 2,000 into 1,000 divided by 50. And per drum, we are selling at 40 rupees. Sorry. If it is at 100%, it will be 32 rupees. If you are selling at 100%, that means we are selling 2,000 tons. 2,000 tons. That means we are going to reduce the selling price to 32 rupees. So 40,000 into 32 will give us 12,80,000. Check. Minus variable cost. Variable cost is 170 per ton. So 2,000 tons, 2,000 into 170. 2,000 into 170. That is 3,40,000. Transfer cost. $2,000 tons are purchased at market price of 400. So 8 lakhs. Fixed cost 1,20,000. $11, $12, $12,60, $12,60 and $12,80 is 20,000. So company's profit is 4,60,000 plus 20. Company's profit 4,60,000 plus 20. 4,80,000. 4,80,000. Okay. Do the second part. Second part means 80% part. Case A only, transfer price 400 only, but 80%. At 80% capacity. Basic unit, processing unit. Now, sales over here will be only of 3,200 units at market price of 400 rupees per unit. That is 12,80,000. Minus material cost. 3,200 into 70. 2,24,000. Variable cost. 3,200 into 140. 4,48,000. Fixed cost will remain the same. 3 lakhs. Find out the profit. 673, 9 lakhs 72,000. 9 lakhs 72. 3 lakh 8,000. Check. Processing unit will be selling only 1,200 units, 1,200 tons, 1,200 tons into 1,000 kilos per ton divided by 50 rupees, so 50 kgs. So how many drums are there? 24,000 drums. And these 24,000 drums, I'm going to sell at 32 rupees. At 32 rupees, not at 40 rupees. 40 rupees only if I'm selling more. If I'm selling entire 2000 tons, then only it is 40 rupees. If I'm selling less, then it will be, oh sorry, this is what the opposite is. So 24,000 drums at 40 rupees because I'm selling only 1200. If I'm selling more, then it will be 32 rupees per drum. Okay. So 24,000 into 40, 96, 9,60,000. Minus material cost. Sorry, material cost is not there. Variable cost. Variable cost is 170. So 1,200 into 170. 1,200 into 170. That is 2,04,000. Transfer cost. Thousand 200 into market price 400. 4,80,000. Fixed cost. One lakh 20. Calculate the profit. One four six and 17, 8,04,000. 1,56,000.
36,000.
56, sir. 150.
1,56,000. Correct, na? 4 into 6 lakh, 7 lakh, 8 lakhs, 8,04,000. So 9,60,000 minus 8,04,000, 1,56,000. Company's profit.
464.
Yeah. 4,62,000. Okay. Now let us do one small thing. We'll write a small note here. For this selling price, 40 rupees. And for this selling price, 32 rupees. We'll write a note. Selling price is 40 rupees per drum. When 1,200 tons, that is 24,000 drums, are sold. However, if 2,000 tons, that is 40,000 drums, are sold, then selling price is reduced. Selling price is reduced to 32 rupees. So this is case 1, case A. Okay. Let us come to case B now. Case B is only one figure you have to show at 80% capacity utilization of the basic unit, market price of 360 per ton, and a transfer price to the processing unit of 400. So outsiders you are selling at 360, and to the processing unit you are selling at 400. Okay. So two types of sales. 2000 units sold at a market price of 360 and 1200 sold at 400. So same way we'll do. Case B. %, market price to outsiders 360, transfer price 400. Again we'll divide into two parts. You can do one below the other also, no problem. First you do basic unit, below that you do show the processing unit. You can do it. Format doesn't matter. So for the basic unit now, sales to outsiders, we are selling 2000 units to outsiders, 2000 tons to outsiders at 360 per ton. So 2000 into 360 is 7,20,000. And 1200 we are selling to the processing unit at 400 only. That is 4,80,000. So total sales are 12 lakhs. Total sales are 12 lakhs. Minus material cost. $3,200 total at 70. $2,24,000. Variable cost. $3,200 into 140. $4,48,000. Fixed cost. $3 lakhs. Calculate profit. One 46 139 9 lakh 72 28 2 lakh 28. Processing unit sales of only $24,000. Sales of $24,000 at 40 rupees. So 9,60,000 minus variable cost. $4,80,000. Sorry, 2,04,000 Transfer cost 4,80,000. Fixed cost 1,20,000. So all these figures will be same as in the earlier case. So profit will be 1,56,000. Company's profit 2,28,000 plus 1,56,000.
380.
3,84,000. Yeah. Okay. Now case C is transferring at 100% capacity utilization and outsiders at market price, transfer price also. Market price and transfer price are both 360 and 100% capacity utilization. Okay. So let us see. Case C. 100% capacity utilization. Market price is transfer price of 360. Basic unit sales 4,000 kgs, 4,000 tons at 360. Everybody is being sold at the same rate of 360. So 1,44,000, 14,40,000 minus material cost 4,000 into 70, 2,80,000. Variable cost 4,000 into 140, 5,60,000. Fixed cost 3 lakhs. 5 into 7, 10, 11 lakh 40, so 3 lakhs. Processing unit. Sales now of 40,000 drums, and since you are selling more, price will be 32. 12 lakh 80. Minus variable cost, 3 lakh 40. Transfer cost, 2000 into 360. 2000 into 360. 7 lakh 20. Fixed cost, 1 lakh 20. Ten and 1, 11, 12 lakhs. 11 lakh 80,000. So 12 lakh 80 minus 11 lakh 80, profit is 1 lakh. Company's profit, 4 lakhs. Now, this completes the first part of the question, showing the profitability of the two units at a different person capacity utilization of the basic unit. A second part, they are saying comment on the effect of the company's transfer pricing policy on the profitability of processing unit. So we have to analyze the processing unit. So let us just do the analysis of the processing unit. Analysis of processing unit. If it is 80% utilization and transfer prices 400, we'll do it this way, we'll write it properly. Capacity, transfer price, and a profit. At 80% capacity utilization, if transfer price is 400, 80% capacity utilization, and the transfer price is 400. First one. What is the profit here? 1 lakh 56. 80% capacity, transfer price is 400. All units are transferred at 400. So profit is 1 lakh 56. Here also 80% and transfer price is 400. Profit is 1 lakh 56. Profit is 1 lakh 56. If it is 100% capacity and the transfer price is 400, 100% capacity, 100% capacity, transfer price is 400, profit is 20,000. Correct now? Profit is 20,000. If capacity utilization is 100% and transfer price is 360, 100% and 360, profit is 1 lakh. So, does the processing unit benefit if basic unit is selling 2000 kgs and the basic unit 100% capacity is utilized? Benefit is there for the basic unit that its capacity utilization is 100%. But does the processing unit get any benefit by purchasing the entire 2000 tons? Answer is no, because whatever may be the transfer price, whether the transfer price is 400 or 360, okay, if you are purchasing 2000 tons from basic unit, your profit is comparatively less as compared to this figure. So profit is maximum when you buy only 1200 tons from the basic unit. Profit is 1,56,000. Okay, so write down. From the above calculations, we can conclude that processing unit does not benefit if it takes 2000 tons from the basic unit. Therefore, it will purchase only 1200 tons from the basic unit. Okay. Now, if that is the case, if the transfer pricing policy is resulting in such that the processing unit is not willing to take more than 1200 units, okay, because its profit is maximum only when it takes 80%, that is 1200 units. What does it imply? Two things. First, pricing policy or transfer pricing policy of the company does not help the 100% utilization of basic unit. Number one. Second, it does not help the processing unit also in increasing the profit. Therefore, it is not at all favorable. The transfer pricing policy is not at all favorable for the processing unit. Okay, so write down. Next slide. The present transfer pricing policy will result in basic unit utilizing only 80% capacity. Basic unit utilizing only 80% capacity, and processing unit not getting any benefit on 100% utilization. Hence, we can conclude that the transfer pricing policy is not at all favorable for both the units. It's not at all favorable for both the units. Okay. Any difficulty with this? Anything that you have not understood? All the workings are clear? Yes, Akhil. Have you understood all the workings? Everything clear? Okay. Yes, Rahul. Have you followed everything?
Yes, sir.
Let us move then to next question. Question number 8. Question 8. A large company is organized into several manufacturing divisions. The policy of the company is to allow the divisional managers to choose their sources of supply and when buying from or selling to sister divisions to negotiate the prices just as they will for outside purchase or sourcings. So, price negotiation. Division X buys all of its requirements of its main raw material R from Division Y. The full manufacturing cost of R for Division Y is 88 rupees per kg at normal volume. Full manufacturing cost. 88 rupees per kg at normal price. Till recently, Division Y was willing to supply R to Division X at a transfer price of 80 rupees. So recently it is 80 rupees. The incremental cost of R for Division Y is 76 rupees per kg. Since Division Y is now operating at its full capacity, it is unable to meet the outside customers' demand for R at its market price of 100 rupees per kg. Division Y therefore threatened to cut off supplies to Division X unless the latter agrees to pay the market price, which is 100 rupees. Okay, so what is happening is Division Y is now operating at 100% capacity, full capacity, and the customers' demand, outsiders' demand for the product R has increased. So what Y is telling X, let's see, my demand has increased now. So I will have to sell to them and they are willing to buy at 100 rupees. So now if you want to purchase, you purchase at 100 rupees and not at 88 rupees. Because otherwise, if you are not going to purchase at 100 rupees, I will sell to outsiders at 100 rupees. Okay? Division X is resisting the pressure because its budget based on the consumption of 1 lakh kgs per month at a price of 80 rupees per kg is expected to yield a profit of 25 lakhs per month. So, consumption, if they are consuming, Division X, if it is consuming 1 lakh kgs per month at 80 rupees per kg, okay, which is the transfer price. As of now, the transfer price is 80 rupees. Then it is getting a budgeted profit of 25 lakhs. So, a price increase to 100 rupees per kg will bring the Division X close to its break-even point. Okay. Division X has even found an outside source for a substitute material at a price of 95 rupees. Substitute material, 95 rupees. Although the substitute material is slightly different from R, it would meet the requirements of division X. Alternatively, division X is prepared to division Y even the manufacturing cost of 88 rupees. So division X is saying, instead of paying 100 rupees, we will pay you, we will uh, compensate you with the full manufacturing cost, 88 rupees. Instead of 80 rupees, we will pay 88 rupees. Because if we have to buy from outsider, then we have to purchase 95 at 95. So we are willing to pay you 88 rupees also. Okay. So alternatively, division X is prepared to pay division Y even the manufacturing cost. Required. What is asked? Using each of the transfer price. Using each of the transfer price. 80 rupees, 95 rupees and 100 rupees. Show with supporting calculations the financial results as projected by manager of division X, manager of division Y and the company. Second, comment on the effect of each transfer price on the performance of the managers of division X and Y. Third, if you were to make a decision in the matter without regard to the views of the individual divisional managers, where should division X obtain its materials from and at what price? Okay, so we have to work out the profitability of each of the divisions plus the company at three transfer prices, 80, 95 and 100. So let us do that first. 80, one more price is there, 80. Add one more price here because it is willing to pay at 88 rupees also. So we'll add 88 rupees also. So 80, 88, 95 and 100. For four prices, we'll calculate the profits of the two divisions and the company's profit. Okay, that is the first part. Statement of profit. Statement of profit. At transfer price of 80 rupees. Simply we'll divide page into two parts. We'll do it side by side. Division X, division Y. Division X, budgeted profit. Budgeted profit is directly given to us. ₹25 lakhs. Division Y. Division Y sells 1 lakh kgs. At 80 rupees. Transfer price is also 80 rupees. So 80 lakhs minus variable cost minus variable cost. What is the variable cost of division Y? Variable cost is the
76
incremental
rupees.
cost. Incremental cost. Incremental cost of division Y is the variable cost. Incremental cost means the cost of manufacturing, also called as the variable cost, also called as incremental cost. Okay, that is 76 rupees. So 1 lakh into 76. $76 lakhs. So 4 lakhs here, 25 lakhs here. Company's profit. $25 lakhs plus 4 lakhs. 29 lakhs. Then we have second statement prepared. Now the transfer price will be 88 rupees. Now see, for division X, budgeted profit would be 25 lakhs. Would be 25 lakhs. If the transfer price is 80 rupees. Because they have said that normal transfer price as of now is at 80 rupees. So at 80 rupees normal transfer price, the budgeted profit is 25 lakhs. But now the transfer price is 88 rupees. That means the cost is going to increase by 8 rupees. Cost is going to increase by 8 rupees. So for 1 lakh kgs, the incremental cost will be 8 lakhs. So profit will reduce minus additional cost. 1 lakh kgs at 8 rupees. What is this 8 rupees? Over and above 80 rupees. Over and above 80 rupees. $17 lakhs. For division Y, sales 1 lakh kgs at 88 rupees. 88 lakhs less variable cost will remain the same, 76 lakhs, because number of units are not increasing, only the transfer price is changing. 12 lakhs profit. Company's profit. ₹17 lakhs plus 12 lakhs. 17 lakhs plus 12 lakhs. That is 29 lakhs. So two parts are over, 80 and 88. Now 95 and 100. Statement of profit at transfer price of 95. Statement of profit at transfer price equal to 95. Sales, no, sorry, budgeted profit. ₹25 lakhs minus additional cost. Now over and above 80 rupees, we are having 15 rupees. So 1 lakh into 15. 1 lakh into 15. 15 lakhs. So profit is 10 lakhs. Here sales will be 1 lakh into 95. 95 lakhs. Variable cost remains the same, 76 lakhs. $19 lakhs. Company's profit 29 lakhs. Statement of profit at transfer price 100 rupees. Budgeted profit 25 lakhs. Tell me what is the additional cost here? How much will be the additional cost?
20 lakhs. What? 20 lakhs.
20 lakhs. So profit is 5 lakhs. Sales 1 lakh at 100. 1 crore. Minus variable cost. $76 lakhs. $24 lakhs. Company's profit does not change. Okay. Now let us come to the analysis part. Second part says, comment on the effect of each transfer price on the performance of the managers of division X and Y. If you go through the entire solution, first we started with X making a profit of 25 lakhs and Y 4 lakhs. Then 17 lakhs and 12 lakhs. And after that, it went on to 10 lakhs and 19 lakhs, and 5 lakhs and 24 lakhs. So, starting with the transfer price of 80 rupees, if 80 rupees is the transfer price and X division X makes a maximum profit, so manager of division X will get a very good incentive, whereas manager of division Y is showing the lowest profits of 4 lakhs. So, it would be advisable for division Y to sell to outsiders, but it is not possible because it is selling the entire amount to division X at 80 rupees. So it loses the opportunity of selling to outsiders at 100 rupees and making more profits. Okay? At higher prices of 88, 95 and 100, we find that division X profits goes on decreasing, whereas division Y's performance increases and it is able to show more profits. Okay, and at 100 rupees transfer price, division X's profit is one of the lowest. So it is advisable that at this point, that is when transfer price is 100 rupees, division X to improve its profit should purchase from outsider at 95 rupees. So there will be additional savings in cost, and that budgeted profit will further increase. It will further increase from 5 lakhs. Okay. Now, what is the effect on the company? Now, you have seen that company's total profit does not change at all. It is 29 lakhs, irrespective of what is the transfer price. So, it is advisable for division X to purchase from outside supplier at 95 rupees and for division Y to sell to outsiders at 100 rupees. Okay, so let us write down answer to the second and third part. Right, second part. When transfer price is 80 rupees, when transfer price is 80 rupees, it will provide a good incentive. It will provide a good incentive for the manager of division X, for the manager of division X. However, the manager of division Y, the manager of division Y loses the opportunity, of selling it to outsiders, at rupees 100, Same point, next line, right? Same point, next line. When transfer price increases, to 88.95 or 100, the performance of division Y improves. And division X loses on its profits. At transfer price of 100 rupees, the profits of division X are its lowest. The profits of division X are at its lowest. Therefore, it is better for division X. To purchase from outside suppliers. At rupees 95 each. Third part of the answer. Irrespective of the transfer price, the overall profits of the company, remain the same. Full stop. To increase the overall profits of the company, it is advisable that division X purchases from external supplier, and division Y sells to outside customers at rupees 100. Next line, right? In such a case, the profits would be calculated as follows. So what will be the profits now? Division X is going to purchase from outside supplier at 95. So this will be the profit for 95 rupees. What will be the profit? 10 lakhs. Okay, because we are paying 15 rupees more than 80 rupees. So additional cost is 15 lakhs. What will be the profit for division Y? If it is selling to outsiders, 24 lakhs. Okay, so in that case, division X's profit will be 10 lakhs. Division Y's profit would be 24 lakhs. Company's overall profit 34 lakhs. Okay, so write down. Profit from division X is rupees 10 lakhs. Profit from division X is rupees 10 lakhs. Okay. Next line. Profit from division Y, rupees 24 lakhs. Profit from division Y, rupees 24 lakhs. Overall company's profit. Overall company's profit. Rupees 34 lakhs. Done? Any questions? Any doubts? Okay. We'll take a small break here for 10 minutes, then we'll come back. 10 minutes break. Yes, can you tell me the answer for that? Problem remains the same. Outsider has made an offer to make some payment of 15 lakh 84,000 for the total period of 48 weeks. So if I'm not going to accept that and transfer my team to the internal department, then I'm losing out and there will be an opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the contribution lost per team, per day, per team. So variable cost will remain the same, 1240. new client offer, time required 5 days in a week for 48 weeks, and 2 teams. So it comes to approximately 5 into 48 is 240. 240 into 2 is 480. 480 man days. Okay. Now revenue per day. Revenue per day. Will be equal to, they are offering us what amount? They are offering us an amount of 15,84,000. So 15,84,000 divided by 480.
3,300.
3,300. Okay. So revenue per day is 3,300. Variable cost per day. We have got this figure. How much is variable cost per day? 1,440.
1,440.
So contribution is equal to selling price minus variable cost. 3,300 minus 1,440. 1,860. So transfer price is equal to variable cost plus, that is for internal transfer. Variable cost for internal transfer plus opportunity cost, that is contribution lost. So variable cost for internal transfer is 1,240 and opportunity cost is 1,860. So transfer price should be 3,100. Okay. Any queries? Again, this is 3,100 per team. Per team per day. Done? Okay. So we'll stop here for today. Tomorrow there is no lecture. Lecture next will be directly on Saturday. Saturday same time, 6:30. Okay. Tomorrow no lecture. Acha, up
Sir,
till now,
fifth
whatever.
question answer.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Sir,
Fifth question answer, sir. Yesterday you have given.
Yesterday?
Yesterday you
Homework,
have.
sir.
Yesterday's homework. Have you done?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I did, but waiting for answers.
Which is the question that I've given for homework?
Fifth question.
Fifth question, sir.
Question 5, no?
Yes, sir. 5.
Question 5, 1 minute. I'll give you the answer. question 5, the answer is transfer price should be equal to 78 rupees per unit. Final answer 78 rupees per unit. Okay. How many of you have got it? 78 rupees per unit. Akhil has got. Yes, Akhil has got. What about Rahul?
Got some mistakes, sir.
Okay. So you have made a small mistake. Yes, Prasad?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Some mistake. 68 I got.
68. No, 60 is the variable cost only. 60 is the variable cost. So variable cost plus the contribution cost. The contribution cost is to 18 rupees.
Sir, for me, 82.5, sir. Mistake.
82, no. See, actually, you will be having 13,200 hours which are required for all the three products to be manufactured, K, L, and M. Okay, we are having 15,000 hours, so we are having a surplus of 1,800 hours. Okay, so 1,800 hours. With that surplus, I can produce at the rate of 5 hours per unit. I can produce 360 units of L. Okay, so out of the required 360 are already manufactured with a surplus. So balance required is 240 units. 240 units at the rate of 5 rupees per hour, 5 hours per unit. You will require 1,200 hours, and those 1,200 hours will be taken out from the last product of K. 1,200 hours will be taken out of last product of K. Okay, so every unit of L requires 5 labor hours. So 9 into 5. Contribution per hour is 9 into 5 hours, so that is 45 into 240 by 600 into 240 by 600. So you will get 18 rupees as the contribution lost. So 60 plus 18 will give you 78 rupees.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Achha, you can do one more thing. Since tomorrow is a holiday for you, you can try out question number 11. It's exactly another similar problem. Question 11, where you are having a restriction in the number of total labor hours. Case A 20,000 hours and case B 30,000 hours. Question 11. Same problem. Okay, try it out for tomorrow, and Saturday I'll give you the answer for that also. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night. Have a nice day tomorrow.